Good news is the president's efforts to reform police and begin that conversation seem to be met by support in a bipartisan way. Here's Van Jones from CNN. This is a guy who very, very critical of the Trump administration, but can often be fair when it comes to issues like the judicial reform, the efforts that this president has embarked upon. And it sounds like even CNN commentator Van Jones was pretty pleased with the president's announcement yesterday.
Well, listen, I think there are two things here. One is the speech and one is the executive order. The executive order is a good thing, and mainly because you saw the support of law enforcement there. That gives you a sense of where the bottom is, where the floor is for reform, and that floor is higher than it has been. There is movement in the direction of a database for bad cops. We've never had a federal database for bad cops. That's why these cops go all over the place doing bad stuff. The idea that you're going to have de-escalators now alongside cops so you can talk people down and not shoot people down. The chokehold, that's common ground now between Pelosi and Trump. So you see good stuff there.
There's good stuff there. The Republicans are announcing a package that enacts police reform as well. We're having that important movement right now, and it's going to happen. The truth of the matter is you got two sides politically. You got the law and order side, and you've got the face of lawlessness and rioters and looters and violent people. Did you hear what the goofballs in Seattle have done? The city has negotiated with those anarchists running that neighborhood that they've taken over, including a Seattle police precinct. They've agreed to take down the temporary barricades that surrounded the area. You know, they do like a wall. Turns out even anarchists like a border wall. And they're replacing the temporary barricades with concrete barricades, like permanent barricades. That's what the Chaz anarchists and the Antifa people want. They want more protection from the outside world. The city gave it to them. Now, they have reduced apparently the 6-block radius to 3 or 4 blocks. So they're making it a little bit smaller, but they're still taking over the area. And I'll bet you, I don't know this for sure, but I'm going to go out on a limb and I'll bet you the police precinct that they've commandeered practically, I'll bet you that's still part of the territory of Chaz, which is now known as CHOP. What is really known as a bunch of nutcases. The inmates are running the asylum in this country. And you're going to get to decide whether you're going to hand the keys of responsibility and governance over to the nutcases.